Hubble, Hubble. Hey, want to make sure Hubble share that water with her. How she's Hubble is being super patient with her right now, but that shit could change over water or something like that. And as like as Gaia kind of gets more acclimated to the pack, they'll all share that kind of stuff with them. But off the jump, they ain't doing that off the rip. Yeah, you gotta earn that. And I was just catching. Yeah, my dog. Yeah, right on, bro. Hit me when you get here, even if it's early. I be up super early. I know you probably don't want to come to the crib super early, but I be up super early, bro. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you ready, bro, I'm ready. Hey, like I said, that hay was just letting the Kasoma back there with a stick. You know what I'm saying? He eventually he don't care. Eventually they all just get along. He accepts them. They can kind of play with him or stuff like that. But you just never know where they are until you know. So, but Hubble just showed me today that she'll share with her. She'll share the water with her. And Hubble, let her play, let her be dominant and play. Hubble just did that. I was surprised to see that. Hubble didn't love it, but she did it in a way that she invited her to play. Major is more like that with the puppies. He'll invite them to play, you know what I'm saying? Moon will invite them to play. Soma and Hubble, they really ain't on that for real, for real. Major, Moon, and Gaia, they more like that. But Soma not giving her no corrections when she over there by him doing that. That's huge for letting me know where she is, um, and how the pack feel about her. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. No, hey, no, you better not. Yes, Bubba don't be playing everything. She don't gonna let it. Hey, no, she don't climb on her. And shit. Bubba, go. Come on, go, go, no. Leave that puppy alone. No. Hey, and Lobo is doing too much. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't like he ain't being disrespectful. But for a dog to just want to chill like somebody want to do right now, yeah, just chill out. What's up with you right now? Usually it's Titan doing all that, walking up the other dog. Titan chilling today though. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Titan more like Soma though. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Hey boy. Titan more like him. That's a girl. That's a girl. Oh girl. Oh girl. Oh girl. Oh girl. But so is Hubble. Hubble is more like Soma too. Major is more like his mom. But her, and him, they were like him and her. She's more like her mom. He's more like his mom. Hubble thinks Hubble trying to get me to rub her stomach. I got the remote collars on them just because I'm trying to like expand the puppies, like confidence with them on the yard, and them remote collars. Even though I don't have the remote out here with me, I should if I'm being responsible. But they're not even on, and the prongs aren't in there. They're just to remind the dogs. So like, this is the state of mind I want y'all to be in. You know, over time. And then once I take them off, they kind of stay there because all their rewards came there. Everything good came when they're in that state of mind. So I take them off, they kind of stay there for for a little while. I always tell people I do this, and then I like reinforce it every maybe like once a year or something like that. And because as you go, they do get wild, they do get kind of crazy, but because I'm not training all the time, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of like leave them wild for the most part. I do enough training that I can have a lot in public, that I can keep them, and it's kind of, but but this just kind of puts them back in the state of being that I like them to be in when they're at home. So that's why I leave them alone, so they'll calm down. Because Hubble might have checked the puppy if she didn't have that collar on. She might have, you know what I'm saying? But her reward came from not doing it. And then reward don't always gotta be a toy or some food or something like that. The reward could just be no correction. I don't even gotta really be pet. I don't really gotta pet her. I can just kind of, she she knows by not getting no correction at a time when she probably would have gotten a correction normally, that's what she's supposed to do. A reward don't always gotta be a gift. It could just be no correction. And then just leaving them in the right state of being, right state of mind. Um, Dogs they'll understand that. They pick that up. And again, this ain't talking about training. I ain't talking about like that. Don't use this to train your dog. I'm trying to tell you this is how to read your dog. This is how to read your dog. This is how to like manipulate the psychology of your dog. This ain't training that I'm talking about. It is dog psychology. Yeah, boy, sit. That's training. That's training. I don't really need that a whole lot. This is about as much as I need, right? What he's doing. Soma, down. See if it'll go down there. Soma, no, down. He's gonna come to me and lay down. Down. No, down. Soma. Soma, down. Now, let me tell y'all something. I trained dogs for probably over 25 years. If I needed him to down back there where he was, I could get him to do that. But for the way that we live, it's highly unnecessary for me to spend time on that. We can spend time on things that are more realistic to our real life. So me personally, I don't work on a lot of that stuff with my own dogs. If I'm training somebody else's dog, I'll do it. Um, but I personally really don't need it. Hubble, she don't even know down. She knows come, sit, stay. But she's quiet in her crate. She's great on a leash. She's great off leash. She she's social enough that we could be out in public and nobody's in danger unless some random dog walks up to her or something. Hey, so um, and the rest of them are the same or better. Moon is more trained because when I was doing Moon, I had her. It was just Moon, and I got her just in one of the things I wanted to check with Moon is how trainable she was. So I had her doing all kinds of stuff because that's what I wanted to breed. I wanted to breed like a high level of trainability, and so I had to check that real hard. So Moon's super trained, but the rest of them I just check it enough to see how fast they learn stuff, how fast they pick up habits, just some natural shit that equates to trainability in a more um, pet like home. I don't know what's up with Lobo today. This is what happens. What? So, hey, hey, no. So you see, some of them got a collar on because again, there's different levels of good boys. No, different levels of hey, no, how trained they are. Puppy, come here. She is. Hey, no. There you go. Someone will check her, but I don't want him to check her too hard though. She is on one today. But I was saying, but this is what happens sometimes when you have. So I kind of should back take the collar off and just let nature do its thing here, right? She could check her, and then we could end all this craziness. Her not being checked might lead to too much craziness. You know what I mean? So I gotta give a good balance with that thing, and I'll take it off. But I'll take it off with a dog like Gaia, right? I'll take Gaia's off and let Gaia do the checking. Soma has his off because I know that Soma he ain't gonna go too crazy. The only thing about Soma is that he can cause real pain, but he ain't gonna go too crazy. Hubble and Major are still young. They're kind of puppies in mind. So if she turns and bites her back, Hubble will say, okay, let's fight, and then that'll end fast, but still it'll end in a scar or something like that that she don't need. Good girl, Titan. Good girl. Ready, what's happening, my dog? Roy, what's going on? I can't pronounce the first part of that name, my dog. But again, like I say, this stuff that I'm talking about, this is domestic dog psychology. This ain't something you do. These ain't training, right? You don't train this way. This is just how you read the dogs, and then how you kind of manipulate um, the psychology to get what you need out of it. Yeah, there, oh, Bubba. And Titan must have got the message because she gave her some space. She cool. I know. I mean, Lobo must have got the message. I know Titan got the message. I know she ain't even go nowhere near them. And so Titan had a little scar on her nose. What I'm talking about, Titan has a little scar on her nose, and that came from just what I'm saying. Moments ago, saying she was doing too much, and Hubble checked her, but Hubble went a little too far because Titan bit her back. Titan tried to fight her back. No, I mean, luckily I was out here for that. Titan would have got, you know, I mean, Hubble would have stopped once Titan stopped, but still, though, it's loud. Um, if it goes too far, it might be a detriment to the puppy's like mental growth and confidence. You know what I'm saying? You might have to shake that back, but you also will find out like so. I found out with Titan, her recovery time was fire. Hubble got her, pow. She said, ah. You know, I went and got Hubble. Titan ran up under the chair. I called them all back over with playing. Titan didn't want to come. It probably was about 15 minutes, but after about 15 minutes, they were playing with Lobo, and they back in the yard, and bam, she back starting shit with them. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful recovery. But it also made Titan a smarter dog, though. She learned, as you can see, a whole lot faster than Lobo is learning. She learned what growling means. You know what I'm saying? She learned what a low growl means. She learned what a more direct growl means. She learned what eye language means. You can see her back here navigate that shit. She navigate that shit like a 3-year-old dog. She ain't in nobody's business. She don't let nobody get in her business, but she ain't in nobody else's business. And when she is doing too much, like you see Lobo doing now, she know how to be. She know what stop means. Lobo's acting like she had a brownie today or something. She acting like she ate an edible today or something. Soma, no. Soma's so stoic. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if he's trying to play or if he really finna do something. That should be so quick. And it's the same body language, same tail movement, same stiff up front. You know, hair lightly raised. But like with Moon, I can tell. I know you know what I'm saying? They play like puppies. His body language is different. But with every other dog, I mean, he's never done nothing crazy with the dogs back here. He don't trip with them. He's always patient with them, and he always like fair when he checked them. You know what I'm saying? Um, But when he is serious and when he's playing, it's the same body language. Except for with Moon, he'll come out and they'll act like puppies. He'll bounce around and he'll bow and he'll do all that kind of shit with her. And it was the same way with Major and Hubble's mom because they grew up together. They were together from puppies till about 2 years old, 2.5 years old. Yeah, she like going under that the deck. Yeah. But the thing about that too, again, I'm gonna go back to dog psychology real quick. So when she does that, the big dogs they all growl and bark at her, right? They all like, "Arr!" They all like her doing that shit. And because she ain't been checked really for real, she like going over there starting shit with them. Like she like going over there getting to nobody. If she go over there and they growl at her, she stop and turn around, tighten. Not Lobo. She go over there and antagonize and go under the deck and you know. But that's okay. I mean, I'm kind of wanting to build her in a way that is super confident and not letting them check her for real. Works because while she's still aggressive. You know what I mean? and just building that confidence around dogs, around things that's going to oppose her. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and she might become a little too confident and think that she could fight the females, but that's where I gotta just kind of do my job. You know what I'm saying? As a handler and like again manipulate um, just psychology to um, get them to last as a pack as long as I can. And when I have to separate them, I will. It'll be okay. I mean, I shouldn't have to separate like male and females, but if I ever have to separate the females and the males, I'm okay with that. But so far, I'm good. I mean, Major's about to be 2, Summer's 4. They've been back here this whole time. Super good. That's probably ending. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's. I mean, it's gonna end as far as them just running around here together. They could be back here now, like Major's in there, Summer's out here. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. I think they are um, in enough. I have enough control over them that they ain't gonna just be trying to get through the cages at each other right now. But and then soon we'll be moving too, so they can have a lot more space to themselves. But yeah, um, yeah, I'll keep it to where I can have her with these other dogs, with at least Soma or Major. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Gaia. Gaia's not dog aggressive at all. So and then how I'll separate the packs when I move is that it'll be by family. Hubble will be with her offspring. Um, she'll be with hers. Um, and the males just kind of be, have their space. And I'll do that for about 2 years. Whatever dogs I keep will kind of stay around that family for about 2.5 years, or until they're ready to have their own family. Titan is a better all-around puppy though than Lobo, but the reason that I'm keeping Lobo is, as you can see from watching her, she kind of gives you that more of that herder um, feel to her. You know what I'm saying? It's more just like her natural way of being. She kind of feels more like a herder. And I know that the way I got planned for breeding them, that um, I'm gonna need some more of that eventually. It might be 5 years from now or something like that, but eventually. But just watching the landscape of herders and bull herders, I'm like, nah. I'm a, there ain't a lot out there that I'm like, man, that's different or that's dope. You know what I'm saying? There ain't a lot out there that's different, that's dope, that's working. You know what I'm saying? They just all kind of feel the same. You know what I'm saying when I see them. So I'm like, and if I gotta go to back to like a more herder style dog later, I'd rather it be a dog that I trust in Moon. Um, and that's what I got. I doubled up on Moon, and I got a dog that was just like Moon as a puppy. Again, Moon is a bull herder. She ain't a full herder, but she she feels more like a herder. You see her work, you see what she likes to do, you see how she thinks, you see how she moves, you see how the drive, how like you see like her direction. Hey, when she's in drive. Hey, no. Um, Good boy. Um, right on, ready, right on. She feels like a herder. Hey, Hubble, no. Um, and so does she. Hubble, no. And so does Lobo. Hubble looks more like a hey. Hubble looks more like a herder, but she's more like a bulldog when it comes to that stuff. She's kind of stoic. She is 0 to 100 without a lot of noise about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, she's tough. Um, she kind of rather you come to her. You know what I'm saying? Like Soma's different in that he'll go. He don't care if the fight's way too he's going to it, and so is Major. Hey, no, Hubble, go. Hubble kind of wants you to come to her. Let me put this up. Hubble trying to guard this thing. Hubble kind of wants you to come to her. That's more. She busy. I mean, she get busy. You know what I'm saying? Um, but she kind of feels. She looks like a herder, more herder no style, but she feels like. I mean, she feels like a bulldog. Yeah, Moon got all that shit, man. Moon got all those traits. So, and I, and that way I can, and I know those herders that are in Moon. You know what I'm saying? And they were different. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't like when I see herders now today. You know what I'm saying? These were farm dogs. They wasn't like skinny. You know, they wasn't like skinny, yapping, crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but the drive was still nuts, though. It was still nuts. It was still crazy. So, but yeah, I mean, but to keep it real, Titan's a better overall dog though because she has all that same shit. She just knows how to chill, and she's bigger, stronger, faster. You know what I'm saying? And she just has a better off switch too, a way better off switch. And she still does all that same shit that Lobo does. But Titan does just feel a little more stoic, like a bulldog. You know what I'm saying about certain things. She get busy. I mean, she still want to go get it. Like if you hear some, when I'm walking Titan and she sees squirrels, she own it. She want to get off. She want to go. She hear them in the trees and shit. Now she up. And then people walking toward her, she up. I like all that shit about her. And Lobo really ain't like that just yet. She ain't showing that just yet. But again, like I said, it was more about some of that. It was more about that other stuff that you know that I wanted. And again, if she got time, it might be like I said, 5 years before I need to do that. And who knows what else might happen? I know I'm gonna take Major to Hubble, and so I should get a few of both style dogs that feel more like a herder, dogs that feel more like a bulldog. So yeah, Titan got her own off switch, and I like that, man. Cause like I said, she got all that other shit and an off switch, but she just feels like a bulldog. And that's what I'm going for. Really, I'm going for that bulldog feel. I want more dogs. I will have more Soma style dogs than I have major style dogs. Um, I'm gonna have major style dogs, but I just like this. I just like Soma, how easy he is. You know what I'm saying? He's just easy. He give me all the same shit that Major give me. He's just quiet. You know what I'm saying? He just chill. He can just. I'm out here chilling. He chilling. We turn up though, man, 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 man. Just like anything out there, he can turn up just like anything out there. So, and that's what I want to go for. I'm gonna take him to his daughter, who expresses all the same traits, and then I'll probably keep a lot of those dogs. Well, actually, no, I won't. No, I won't. I'll probably keep three though, at least. At least, no, I'm probably four. Really. Now that I think about it, I'll probably want two males and two females. But I'm gonna take him to Gaia too, and I'll probably keep a. I'm definitely going to keep a female if there's a nice female in there. I'll definitely keep a female because I want to take that back to Soma too. So those dogs are gonna be dope too, because they're quiet too. And Gaia turns the fuck up. Gaia, man, right now, as far as like my own personal likes, how I like to see dogs, I would say Gaia is about a 7 on man. She's good, but she still got a lot of shit that she gotta get through, and most of it is just my fault, really. Honestly, most of it is my fault, because I, the last few times I took her up there, like right after winter, um, I didn't do shit with her. I didn't do shit with her like all winter, and she was more concerned with like smelling all the other all the like dogs that it's been a million dogs up there. She was when the decoy wasn't fucking with her, she would go back to um, smelling shit, looking at shit, looking for shit. As soon as he came back in her sight, you know what I'm saying, then she was turned up. You know what I'm saying? And she bit, she bites, she do all that shit, she barks, she with the shit. But um, I gotta, I got, but on animals though, 10, and I'm gonna keep working with her on man, and I'm gonna keep testing her to see where I can get her to. Hey, Bubba, Hubble, I'm gonna see where I can get her to. Um, But I mean, if I can get her to an 8, what I'm saying, for what she's showing me now, if I can get her to an 8, that would be fire, fire. So you know, get her to an 8, take her to Soma. Hey, no, get her to an 8 and take her to Soma. Big boy. But yeah, I want more of these, more of those, more of those. Him to her, woo, man, Jesus Christ. Major, no. Whew. Him and her would be crazy. I gotta look into that. That might be a little. It might be a little tight, but sheesh, nice ass, nice ass 1 or 2. What I mean by that is it would be a small litter, but no go. But yeah, but again, I like that style of dog, and again, she feels like that. You know what I'm saying? She feels just like a bulldog. You see, she'll come out here and just lay down until it's her turn. He'll just chill. If this was Major, if Major was in any of these positions, he wouldn't do this right here, lay down and wait his turn. He would be doing some other shit, be bouncing around. And if I was petting him, he'd still be bouncing up against me and all that kind of shit too. And I love it, don't get me wrong, I love it, but that shit ain't for everybody, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I breed more dogs, more someone like dogs, because these are dogs that I can send to the public and people can have a good dog. But the dogs for Major will be just people who want a specific thing, or when I need to just add, hey, no, when I need to just add a little more um, fire to the dogs if I need to. If they start to get a little people friendly, then I can go to Major and maybe to one of Major, maybe to like one of Major's doubled up kids or something like that. Bring them in and fix that. Yeah, when I start making bulldogs with Soma and I start bringing them back to Soma, that's gonna be crazy. That is gonna be crazy. Those bulldogs, there, I think if everything if it all work out, I take her. Gaia turns out to be as good a bulldog as I think she is, and I take that dog back to Soma. Those bulldogs, man, that's gonna be crazy. because you don't really see him. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see him looking like Soma. I mean, you see some. Don't get me wrong. I ain't talking about everybody. You know what I'm saying? You see some, but you don't see a whole lot looking like Soma, and you can kind of say, well, he's a bull herder. Okay, all right. You know, until you see him. You know what I'm saying? Until you touch him, until he's biting you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I can double up on him and um, double up on him to a bulldog, add a little more bulldog in there, and I think that would be crazy. And I think Gaia is the bulldog I can do that with. I don't know if I'll double up on Gaia and put that into the dogs. You know what I'm saying? Just because she's so small. But but well, so yes, I am going to double up on Gaia because I'm gonna take Gaia also to another bulldog from the line that Soma's dad is from, and those dogs, um, I'll try to like make sure I keep the shit that I want out of those dogs before I bring it into those dogs. And what I mean by that is I will probably inbreed to some extent, inbreed or line breed to some extent before I just because Gaia's small, and if I have, I just want to make sure I can like lessen that in there first, and using the bigger dogs. So um, so she will be doubled up, but not a whole lot. But yeah, I mean, all of this should start. I'll start it end of this year. End of this year, I'll start making more Soma dogs. Um, I'm gonna take him to Hubble end of this year, and maybe this time next year, if Gaia has um, done enough, I'll take him to her. So by the end of 2020, well, I don't even know what year this is right now. In the end of 2027, um, I'll have some. I'll have these dogs that I'm talking about. I'll be able to show you what I mean. That's a good. That's what I'm saying. This dog feels like a bulldog. She is not really pressing up against me, and Soma does this too. But just the power you feel in that lean, man, you can't move her back. She's gonna be just like Soma, probably bigger. Shit. That's good, girl. That's a good girl. She's leaving Saturday. See what I'm saying? I get all the same shit with her. I just like it this style. You know what I'm saying? I just rather it be this fucking speed. And to be honest, Lobo ain't this. She don't really like this game right here as much as Titan do. This right here is super beneficial for somebody who trains dogs like I do. Kind of get her to bark. Ah, shit. get her to bark. Let her know she barks, she can get it. No, okay, no, we done. But see what I mean? I get all the same shit with her, just at a no, at a much better speed. When I walk in there to let them out, when I walk in there just to go in their room, if I no, if I don't open the cage, Titan will just look at me. She don't even lift her head up. She just be laying there. She just look at me. She don't move. Lobo, she start pacing back and forth. She ain't loud, but this is a different. That both translate to different things as they get older. And this is gonna be a dog that you can leave out. You can leave home out of the cage, and she ain't gonna do shit. And that's gonna be a dog that's gonna jump the fence, and you ain't looking for no reason, just because she learned that she could, or dig a hole. You know what I mean? But she ain't gonna do that here. I ain't gonna. She gonna do that shit. I'm just saying. I'm just kind of telling you the difference in style of dog that they are. You see that Titan didn't even test Soma right there. He was like, I'm just gonna go way around. Lobo would have ran right up to the bed, jumped on it. You know what I'm saying? Learned her, got taught her lesson. Go. You know, like I said, all that shit translates to other things. And again, it'll be fine here. You know what I'm saying? I can handle all of that shit. I'm just talking about for other people having to handle those type of dogs. No. They much. This is much easier, and you get all that shit. No, Lobo. No, no. Hey, no, no. See what I'm saying? No. See what I'm saying? Hey, no, hey, no. See what I mean? No. Lobo looked up, saw him chilling, saw his eyes, said, okay. He said, those eyes mean don't come over there. I'm not Lobo, Titan. Stopped. You feel like an invisible uh, force field out here. Stopped, walked around it, went to play. She saw him land on there, saw his eyes, didn't care, ran right to him, jumped on him. And all that shit translates to different things as they grow. Um, what style of dog they're gonna be. See, little play. He said no. She respected. Leave. You see what I'm saying? She feels more like a bulldog. She looks more like a herder, but she feels more like a bulldog. She can just chill. I'm talking about Bubba. Nobody want to pet me or play no game? Alright, I'm just gonna go lay down, chill. Major ass would have been running around the backyard, circles. And Hubble got it. She got that in her. She'll do it. You know what I'm saying? If she out here with him, she will run around in circles with him all day long if she out here with him. But she can just chill. No, Bubba, go. Bubba, no. Go, Summer. Summer, go. Come on, I'm gonna put you go. Summer, go. That's the other good thing about Titan. She will calm Lobo down. Ain't nothing Lobo can do to her. The Titan just lay on her and shake her up. Good 25 minutes. Yeah, they just turned 4 months old last Thursday. She just kicked Lobo ass off of there. No. Hey, hey. Get ready to come over and start some shit. the crazy herder shit that I'm talking about right there. But it's a lot of terrier in them too, though. And Moon, those dogs, well, those were um, Moon's dad's side. The sire side was all pit bulls, Eli dogs. I mean, that's what they said. That's what they told me. Um, but I owned all those dogs, and they were super terrier dogs. You know what I'm saying? There's dogs, there's pit bull dogs that are kind of more bulldogish, more bullish. Um, but them dogs, what I mean by that is just the feel of them dogs. I mean, they were on 10 all the time. They wanted to bite anything moving. Um, I mean, they would just go, 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 dogs. And there's a lot of that in Moon. I mean, that's half a Moon. I mean, that's half. One of the dogs in Moon's line, um, the pit bull dogs, the dude, I didn't even want her. Well, she turned out to be one of the best pit bulls I ever had. I didn't even want her because I kind of wanted a more, what we called at that time, at least where I was from, we called like West Coast uh, pit bulls. That's what we called them. Um, and they're not bullies. It's just those dogs, just the pit bulls that were coming to here to Missouri that we saw from the West Coast. They were pit bulls, but they were just thicker, more bone, dogs. They weren't as terrier as the dogs that we called Southern pit bulls. They were more. Those dogs were more terrier. But I was trying to get more of the other style, and the dude owed me a puppy, and he brought me her, one of his more terrier dogs, and that bitch turned out to be bad. That was a bad motherfucker. She was a badass dog. And I'm glad that I'm glad that I did that. But I do know somebody who got some super terrier style. I know people now who got some super terrier style pit bull dogs. So if I needed to find that again, I know people who got good ones these days. But yeah, that's 50% a Moon. Um, so that contributes to why Lobo's wild as fuck too. Hey, no. Yeah, I think Hubble to Soma will give me just what I need. That would be nice. Hubble's not even 2 yet. But she's able to just chill. She's always been like that. Able to just chill. But she, like I said, she gets busy. Soma can just chill too, but he get busy. And when he getting busy, there ain't no clear better dog than him out there. There's some dogs that's good, but he's nice. And I just want to have, a few more and start taking them out when I compete. I want to take Soma to compete a little bit more, but I mean, Soma don't really. I mean, it's a lot of that shit that Soma don't need to do. But I just want to get him out there just for the show. Really, it's certain shit that when I watch like certain competitions, I'm like, I don't want my dog doing that. I saw one where a dog was jumping over a fence to a decoy, and for most dogs, or for a good amount of dogs, they've got to train them. I mean, the fence wasn't. The dog could have just ran around the fence, and a lot of dogs, if they see that, they might just go around the fence. And but the a lot of dogs are going over the fence, and it was dope to see. But I am not about to teach Major to jump a fence to go get somebody. At least not right now. He's not in the mental state that he's in right now. So certain competitions I just can't do with him, or I just won't do with him. He gets a little bit more discernment than maybe, but I be seeing certain shit and just be like, yeah, I ain't doing that with my dog. Not right now. Or I'm not showing that thing to my dog. Not right now. I was and the reason I thought about that really is because the other day I was out here in the electric company. So we got privacy fence, but right there it's just that little fence right there, and then the privacy because it goes into the woods, so it's like a little fence like that all through there, and then it picks back up over here and around, and but right there, he could obviously get over if he wanted to. And the electric company was here, and they were back there, and they were making a lot of noise, and they were yelling and talking, and I didn't know. They just showed up. They didn't tell me nothing. And a lot of times there'll be dogs back here just loose. And luckily that day it was Soma, because he did bark, and he was doing his thing. And I came out here, but someone knows better than to go over the fence. You know, I did come back here and put him up. But if that would have been Major, he would have been over that fence. He would have been over that fence. He's never seen that before. He's like that. He knows he can jump it if he wants to. And if they would have been back here yelling and shit the way they were doing, and he definitely would have took that as a threat or a prey or something. Alright, YouTube, I think we finally got everybody to relax. Maybe not. I don't know what's up with her, but I don't know what she thinks she sees. Alright, YouTube. We'll see what y'all next time. Yeah, bro. Solid and level headed. Alright. Get this motherfucker in there. So, come on, bro. Come on. What's up, bro? Yeah, Soma solid and level headed. He ain't gonna do. Hey, no. Get Hubble. Go. Soma solid and level headed. He ain't gonna trip too hard. Major hot headed. His ass would hit that fence. But alright, y'all. We'll get with y'all next time.